Well, hello everybody. It is dinner time. Welcome to the kitchen with me. I already have a glass of wine. I thought we're gonna make something simple yet a little elegant, shrimp scampi. So I tell you what, come on, join me in the kitchen and let's get some shrimp scampi going.
Ready for a fresh start? Your happy place is right here on BNC's Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wordlaw,
Awesome!
where life in the kitchen is fun,
This meal is just rocking and rolling.
flavorful,
Delicious.
oh, and Southern charm.
This is my handy dandy.
Yep, she's got all that too.
Boom. And that is that.
And now, your host for Taste of the Town. Here's Marjorie.
So let me show you what I'm going to do. The first thing is I have already cleaned, peeled, and deveined my shrimp. They are absolutely gorgeous. But I know whenever I make this sauce for the shrimp scampi, I usually want just to have a little bit more of the sauce. And if you don't already know it, don't just throw away the shells from your shrimp. You can actually use these to help kind of amp up, and give you a little more sauce and everything. So I'm gonna use some chicken stock and I'm gonna use a little white wine. And let's come over to the stove and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I have this eye back here on. Just so I'm gonna measure for you. And you know that I would just typically be just pouring this in, but let's go ahead. I'm just gonna put these shells in. And then we'll strain this when we're done. So don't worry about, oh my goodness, how's she gonna do that? So we're gonna take, I'm gonna do about maybe a half of a cup of this chicken stock, okay? So I'm gonna put that in there, and then I'm gonna take this white wine here. This is actually a Pinot Gris, and I could have already had that open, guys. I was not thinking, wait a minute, let's see here. And we're gonna use some wine. We're gonna do about a cup of wine here, okay? Because it's going to also kind of cook down and reduce. Maybe about 3/4 of a cup. I'll start, let me see what that looks like. I'm gonna go for the extra quarter, okay? There we go. So that's my cup of wine. And I'll put this here. Again, just for flavoring, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit. So I'm gonna tell you, let's say that's about 2 teaspoons of my complete seasoning. And I'm gonna just add a little additional garlic because you're gonna have a lot of lemon garlic butter in the sauce that we're gonna have with this shrimp scampi. So that's gonna be delicious. So we just kind of want this to start coming to a slight little boil. And while that is doing that, because later when I get the pasta in, I'm gonna even take a little bit of that pasta water because we're gonna have it salted. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put some salt in here now. Remember, you always want to salt your pasta in the water because it is so hard to get pasta to be seasoned after it has come out of the pot. It's just almost impossible. So you want to do that. We will deal with the shrimp at the very end because this is a meal. Whew, once you start, probably 10 or 15 minutes, it is done, okay? So no big deal. But I said I'm gonna make up the salad. What I'm gonna do also is make us just a nice light lemon vinaigrette. Lemon, some olive oil, and some salt. That is it. if you could look over and you can see in here, the shrimp, the shells are already turning pink. Like if we had the shrimp in it, we usually know the shrimp is ready because the shells will turn pink. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reduce this heat because I want that to just kind of keep, just keep on cooking, but I want it to reduce. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to it. I took out 2 sticks. Basically, I'm gonna use like 1 stick in my sauce, but because I knew I would use a little extra when I'm doing this, I put 2, but it's not 2 sticks of butter for this recipe, guys. And I am going to put like, let's say 2 tablespoons in here so that we can give it this nice rich flavor. And that is going to be delicious. What am I looking for? See, I walked away, I talked about Gary, and then I got sidetracked, okay? So, I'm making the salad dressing, okay? This salad is going to just be butter lettuce, very simple, some red onion, a tomato, and a cucumber. Because I want something just light, but it gives us a little greenery, so that'll be good. So we're gonna take this lemon and we're gonna squeeze here. I'm gonna do this whole lemon. Okay, so that's good. So the juice of 1 lemon, and then we're going to take, so this is about 1/4 cup. And I really could, let me just put this right in here. Let me check this again. That's doing so well. Very good. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And I have had a busy week. That's what this is all about. It's been a very busy week. I don't know about you, but my week has been really, really busy. So I am actually looking forward because we're coming up on the weekend, as I said. So now this is a 1/2 cup of the extra virgin olive oil. And I want salt. I want pepper. And just because I'm gonna use red pepper flakes in the scampi sauce, I'm gonna use that in this. Now, shake. Shake. If you had it, in a bowl, you could just whisk it, but all you're gonna do is just shake, 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 shake. Actually, you know what? I need a little more lemon juice. I think that's gonna do that. Let me put that there. Let's shake it again. And let's see if that made the difference I want. Oh, that made all the difference. That made all the difference, yes. What I'm gonna do is just kind of score it with my fork. This is for decorative purposes only. I just love how it looks when you take the tins of the fork and just come down. This is just me doing what I typically do for me and Gary, you guys. So I'm just gonna take this butter lettuce, just kind of tear it with your hands. I'm gonna take this tomato, just nice, pretty red and green on the tomato. See how pretty that's looking? Come back over there. Oh, easy peasy, you guys. We like onion. We're only gonna kiss each other, so I don't have to worry about onion breath, right? So that's okay. But anyway, you get the idea, and then like I said, we'll dress it just when we're ready to eat. So the salads are gonna be ready, and we're gonna do the shrimp in a moment. But let's get the pasta going. So while I do that, I check my my shrimp shells, and see how all of that's coming together. I think I'm doing pretty good. So let's go take a break now, and I will see you guys in just a minute.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
Hey there, we're back in here, guys, and I got the angel hair pasta. That's what I chose to use. You can put your scampi over, linguine, whatever you want. I love angel hair, and you can even do rice. Some people I know do that. So, or you don't need to do it over anything. Just take some crusty bread and use it to sop up all of that wonderful goodness that is going to be with that lemon garlic butter sauce. And I've got a nice baguette. I'm gonna put this in the oven and heat it up in just a moment. Actually, I think maybe in Italy, scampi is really the name of the crustacean, not shrimp. You know how we have always used, we just say shrimp scampi? Well, but that scampi was or is the crustacean. It's kind of like maybe a tiny lobster, or maybe it looks almost like a big crawfish or something, but we have shrimp, and that's what we use. I have not been to Italy yet. Gary and I would love to visit Italy. We've been to so many countries in Europe, but we haven't been to Italy. And if I ever go, maybe I'll be able to come back and tell you guys what I found out about that. So maybe and if you do, send me an email and tell me something about it, and I'll share that with everybody else as well. So the garlic is all ready. I'm gonna turn this eye on, and we're gonna put that to start kind of like on a medium-high heat, all right? Oh, that pasta, that looks good. I had chicken stock, I had the wine, butter, the seasoning. We can put a little lemon juice in it. Let's put that. And this is just going to make us, again, a base so that we can kind of increase. Okay. Again, I'm going to tell you, this is probably a couple of tablespoons, okay? So just a little bit, but the flavor of the olive oil and the butter together. And I'm going to use all of this butter here. So this is about 6 tablespoons. So we're going to use that and let this slowly begin to melt. And then I'm going to add the wine to it, and we're going to add the lemon juice. And this is the other thing, when you are adding the lemon juice here, don't just go and squeeze, like maybe squeeze the 1 lemon initially. But lemon juice can sometimes be overpowering, and if you suddenly put in more than you want, all you're going to have then is that twang that just, makes your jaws tingle and everything. So start, with the lemon juice. Start mildly, okay? My garlic. And we're going to let this kind of start. I just want it to become fragrant. I'm going to lower that heat. I absolutely do not want my garlic to burn. No way. Take my wine. I'm going to start with about 3/4 of a cup of this. About like that. Now, we're just going to take, look. that is what you're gonna do. You're gonna just take those wonderful shells with all of that wonderful flavor and how you've enhanced it. You're gonna just add that to this. So, yeah, see, there's juice still left in that. Let me turn the heat up a little bit so I can get a slow little boil. And I'm gonna put this half. This is multitasking. If Gary was in here, I would have him helping me because we usually work well together in the kitchen. But there are those times when he wants to do something. He's great at making, like, you know, hors d'oeuvres and appetizers. And he really does not want me anywhere around. He says I try to take over. And I happily give him his space in the kitchen. So I'm gonna stick this bread into the oven. We'll do that. Let's let this continue to reduce, because that's what's gonna happen now, guys. It's gonna have to reduce. And my red pepper flakes. You all know that we like spice, so I'll probably put a little more than maybe you would. So maybe that was about half of a teaspoon. That is gonna be so delicious. Oh, I love that. I do have to add a little salt to it. I wanna drain this pasta. Let's add a little salt. Marjorie, that stuff is good, girl. Okay, I'm gonna put the shrimp in just a few minutes, but I don't want the shrimp in until I feel like the pasta has reduced to just the place that I want it to be, okay? Let's see here. Look at that. You know, let me do one little thing before I dump all this goodness out. A teeny little bit more of that pasta water in there. It just makes the sauce taste that much better, actually. Okay. This is excellent. Put that like that. A little bit of butter. I just want a little extra richness. We're gonna have that go just a little bit longer. The pasta is ready. The bread is ready. The salads are ready. Oh, I'm on the ball, aren't I? I'm going to go and start setting things up. I think I'll pour a glass of wine for Gary. And when you guys come back, because let's take a break now, I'll probably have the shrimp added in and we'll think about plating our food.
Don't go away. Taste of the Town with Marjorie Wardlaw. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Taste of the Town. Once again, here's Marjorie.
Okay, guys, I have got the shrimp inside the wonderful garlic butter lemon sauce. Oh my goodness, this is looking delicious. And again, I don't want to overcook it because, you know, shrimp can become rubbery and we do not want that to happen. But I want you to look at how beautiful these look. You're looking at that consistent pink color all over. Another key point when you're making anything that calls for the use of wine in it, make sure that you select wine that you would actually drink yourself. Don't go and try to get, you know, some kind of cooking wine. No way, that will not work. And get a good wine, because remember, all of this is going to be wine that is something that you will drink, okay? Guys, let's see what this is. Oh, it looks delicious. And you see those nice shavings of Parmesan I put on there? It looks great. Let's see. This is delicious. Oh, I know I say that all the time, don't I? But you guys, oh my goodness. That is delicious. I have to taste just a little piece of the bread as I rip up a hunk. That's not what I'm gonna do, but I just want to get a little taste of that bread. Oh. Gary, you better come on in here with me. Now I can taste. It's lemony. It's light. I taste the oil, but only just like slightly. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's refreshing, and it's just going so well with the pasta. Oh, I think this is just so good. I had put this together because I wanted you to see the dessert. Oh, that's good. That's good. These are just little butter cookies. I know that they are going to be awesome, you guys. I wanted to give you an idea of light, simple things that you can end a meal with. So you don't have to feel like you got to go into a bunch of baking. You can make it pretty and you can still make it delicious. Until the very next time that we're together, take care of yourselves, be safe. This is Taste of the Towel.